If you like this video, make sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon to get the latest updates.
So let us read out the disclaimer and then we'll start the session. So this presentation, including examples, images, and references, are provided for information purposes only. Complying with all applicable copyrights laws is the responsibility of the user. Without limiting the rights and copyright, no part of this document may be reproduced, stored, or introduced into a retrieval system, or transmitted in any form or by any means. Credit shall be given to the images taken from the open source and cannot be used for promotional activities. So now let us.
Sorry, do we need to read this each time? Yeah, for me, if we do it the first time, we don't need to do it each session. But it's not an issue.
Okay. So like we have to adhere to the guideline for the copyrights. So that's why I used to start with this disclaimer every session. Then let us move to the agenda. And so in the today's session, we are going to cover the overview of cash management in the overall treasury solution and define the main functions and business values of the cash management. Moving to the next slide. So parallelly, let me open Fury app. So compare from the previous version of cash management. So earlier, like we used to extract the report from FF7A, FF7B, so which is still there. One second, let me just quickly log into the GUI as well. So Yasin, you were saying like you already have worked on the previous version, right?
Not for, sorry, not for previous version. Yes, about only outgoing payments and EBS. This part I'm very comfortable, but about cash and liquidity, I didn't work on it a lot. So I know some notion, but I'm not expert on it.
Okay. So from different
outgoing payment and EBS, it's something that I know in details, but how to manage cash position and liquidity and forecast and so on, these details I didn't, I don't have experience on it. So it's why I want to improve my knowledge on it.
Okay. Good. So let me show you the previous report. Okay, this is not available in this system.
So in the previous version, sorry, in the earliest version, in the new version, we don't have access to this transaction anymore.
Yeah. Like in some version it works, but I guess you require to implement some node. So then only it is suggesting some nodes. So if you just run this transaction.
But if we have financial supply chain management module, is it implemented automatically or not?
This part I did not have noticed, but ideally, like if you are going for the basic version, so you will not have these many Fury apps available, right? You won't be able to use these apps. But once you are going with the basic version, so then you will still able to extract and get the report as you used to get in the previous version. So that is the difference between the full scope and basic scope in terms of cash and liquidity management. Okay. So like the planning level, planning group concept will remain same, but the changes you will see in terms of reporting perspective, and it has very enhanced feature. So I will show you quickly, like planning levels and planning groups. So
For example,
you
the
can.
transaction that you execute FF7A,
Mhm.
my question, why you don't have access to this transaction in this system? Is it because you didn't have in this system, we didn't have it before, or it's because the new version, in the new version, we remove this transaction completely because it will be managed in Fury directly?
See, generally, like in my last project, what I noticed, these reports were already available. So, like apart from running the reports and getting the financial position through Fury apps, I was having the access to these T-codes as well. But here it is not available. So probably you need to activate through some applying some notes. Okay. So ideally, if you have this, cash management apps enabled, so probably not required to have the access to these transactions. So that could be the one reason they have not, they are not providing the access directly. But yes, in case you wish to enable it, you can do that. Did I answer your question?
Yes, yes, it's clear. So for the system that you have, we need to
Mhm.
implement some notes to be able to use them. Okay, so it's not
Correct.
just a question that the last version, in the last version, we remove them because we don't need them anymore. It's just
Correct.
because we missed some package or some yeah for
Yeah.
this. Okay. Because I can see in, I didn't use this transaction before because I don't know this transaction in details, but I can see in my system, in my customer system, we have this transaction because we have FSCM and yeah, we have this transaction.
Yes. Okay. Okay. Fine. Fine. Okay. So probably you might be running on the old version, so probably that is having, but in the newest version, SAP is, in ideal case, they are not providing the access. But I don't have the accurate answer for it, but I am guessing that could be the reason. Okay. So see, if you compare to the FF7A, 7B report, so you have the report, like Excel kind of report, where you have this, the like forecast and the current position and the forecast for a month, forecast for a week, so that you could see in that reports. But here you have the drill down reports available, and you have a, you can do much better analysis. Like here, if you wanted to see by company, so you can just switch to other view. Okay, a different view. So if you just wanted to see by country, so you can have the different view. So this is at the country level. If you just double click here, and if you wanted to go into the further drill down of what is making out this value, what constitutes of this value. Okay, so this is, we can say this is negative value. So negative value means, what does it represents basically, like in your bank account, generally it will only happen in your test environment. You don't have the balance and you have made a lot of payment, right? So this is what it representing. You can just navigate to the other Fury app, which is called cash flow analyzer.
So the most important Fury app for cash flow is cash flow analyzer, and we can have the others apps.
Sorry, come again. I didn't get your question.
My question, it was for cash flow. The most important app, Fiori app, is cash flow analyzer, isn't it?
Cash flow analyzer and this cash position app. So this is
Okay.
must to have these apps. Okay, so that so cash position app is more or less like analytical app, and here you have like you can navigate from one app to other app very easily, and you can even go into the further drill down of this value. So if you wanted to go at line item level, so you can see this is all coming from this company code. Okay, so like in 1710, there is one bank account this, there is another bank account this, there is other bank account this. So these many bank accounts we have. Okay, so like if I just wanted to go into the further drill down of it, so I can just double click on it. So up to that level of visibility you have. So you can see this was the opening balance, this was the incoming. So this means incoming. And this is basically the total closing balance in this bank account. And if you just wanted to further drill down, so you can even go to the cash request modelings, bank transfer from bank transfer to.
So each time at the end, the details is by bank account, isn't it? For
Yes, yes. See, you have the visibility at all level. This is at currency level, and currency level is now you can, if suppose you this data is coming from different company codes. Okay,
yes.
either you can filter at here that company code level. Okay, but if suppose you have not filtered at company code level, so you will get all the list of company codes here. Okay, then further you can just drill down further key in this company code, what are the bank account which is bringing up to this value -30595899.30. So we can notice here like one data is coming from this 1500 is coming from this incoming flow, and this is at planning level AB. Okay, so you can just parallelly go to, you can just see what is planning level AB, payment advice confirmed. Okay, so source is bank, and let me just open one table. As you are mentioning, like FQM flow table, right?
Flow,
What table
yes.
you are mentioning?
It's the principle of one exposure, to have one principal table for cash management.
Sorry, I didn't get your question. Can you repeat again?
If you remember last time we talked about one exposure, the principle of I don't know if you remember last time, for cash management, we have a principle that we call one exposure, if I'm not wrong. And this principle is based on one principal table for cash management, which is this one. And everything will be stored and transferred to Fiori app also.
Yes, yes, yes. So I will tell you the transaction also. Okay.
Okay.
So let me put the filter at company code level. Then I will show you the data. This is showing product type, means generally this data is all coming from treasury module. You can see the house bank and account ID details. So
And company code.
Okay, so let me just put the filter at company code.
But you select only 500 items. Maybe you will not have all of them.
Correct, correct. And let me also check the bank account. So this is basically
And if you want in the Fury app, see which house bank for this bank account. You cannot add it in the same screen.
house bank. We can add.
Maybe if you scroll on the right, maybe you have it already.
Oh, probably that is also possible. But you can
Bank
just
account ID. I can see the bank account ID at the beginning, and we have house bank. Okay, perfect.
Yeah, you can just add even these details as well.
Yeah.
The report. Probably this might have been reflecting on your right side. Let me quickly check. Yeah, this information is coming now. Okay, USD KB.
And the bank
So
account ID, it's not the house bank account ID. Okay.
yeah, that is different. Yes. I just noticed also. Oh, I did some mistake. So see, important part is this table. Okay, how you can pull the data into this table. So we have n number of ways to pull the data into this table based on the configuration we are doing here. So you have this planning level. So this is all provided by SAP standard. Okay. Then you have this planning group, which will be assigned to the master data, the subledgers. Planning groups are available. So like domestic payments, foreign payments, you can just distinguish. And if you wanted to further distinguish your payments and receipts, so you can have more labels and more planning groups. Okay. So like define a planning label for logistics. So if you have to pull the information from side, so you can have these planning labels available for purchase requisition, purchase order. So basically this information is for forecast purpose, right? So forecast means if something like payment advice or payment request, that is the forecast, means expected payment receive or expected payment out, right? So this is how you can just distinguish. So you can see if AB. So AB is basically whatever you are saying, this is not your actual payment. We notice like AB is meant for payment request, right? Agree? Planning level.
AB it's payment request. No, I'm not sure. I didn't understand why AB is payment request.
No, this is very much standard planning labels. And how do you want to map it? It's completely depends on you. Planning label, AB, payment advice. Okay.
Okay, AB it's so because for me when I say AB it's like doc type in finance document. AB it's always clear in doc doc
No,
type.
that's not that documented.
Yeah,
Not
it's why
that
I didn't understand why is AB. Okay, so it's planning level. Okay, planning level.
yes.
But in
The
any case,
cash,
we will see this in details when we will go to cash
yes,
management module. Okay, because I
right,
need to go to the details to understand its logic. Okay,
yeah.
thank you.
Just to give you the flavor, like how the reporting view we can get based on this configuration. So like
Yes.
you can just understand where from this data is coming. So AB means
Okay.
what this constitutes for. So based on description. So like planning level is assigned to your GL master data. Okay, let me show you in GL master data quickly also. So FS00. So if you just check this, so you have the option to input the planning level. Okay. So you have to be mindful while defining your master data. Okay. Otherwise, if you tag to the different planning group, a planning label, and this description is different, so definitely your report will not come out correctly, right? So you have to be mindful while defining or setting up this hierarchy, assigning the planning level, so that all information should be appropriately assigned. Definitely, this all decision will be taken by your customer, right? So someone from the customer will confirm what planning level to which GL account we are going to map. So likewise, we have this liquidity items. So like cash receipt. So for cash receipt, we have the standard liquidity item BNK 001. So this is for incoming cash payment. So we have the liquidity item BNK 002. Accordingly, this will you will see the information here in this table. So something wrong in your report, so you have to analyze this table. Okay. Something, if you find something is not appropriate in your report, so you need to analyze your table. Okay. So you need
Yes,
to correct
clear.
this table.
Yes.
So
We'll check everything in this table.
right. So you need to check everything in this table. Let me just find that particular input so that we can show you. Planning level is mm. Okay. So I have to filter at AB.
Yeah, maybe you need to remove maximum number of hits.
Yes, yes. No, I will just put the filter at the beginning, so it will just try to fetch the data from only 47. Now, what we can just further filter. Let me just take a look at the data. See, GL details are also coming. So if you just open this GL, you can find like where this GL is tagged. So if you just open your GL account, you find your GL account here. So you can see, okay, let me just switch to 17 company code. Main bank account. And if you just display this bank account, you can see planning level is F0, posting to bank account. Okay, so this will come in this planning level.
Okay, perfect. And do you have the same logic in customer and vendor master data? Do we add it also?
Yes, yes, yes. I will come to even. So we have the customer and vendor recon account here, right? So you can see like what is mapped in the recon account. So otherwise, what we do, we just map the planning group in the master data of customer and vendor. So I'll show you.
Okay, so we have in customer vendor master data, we have a planning group, and in
Yes.
GL, we have planning level.
Yes, yes, yes. So accordingly, the data will flow. Okay. 1 second. I wanted to show you something. So let me just filter down so that we can reach to the exact value. USD. So let me put the filter on USD. Then I'll put the filter at bank, house bank level. Then we have the house bank. Okay, so this one. What is the house bank? It's showing house bank USB K8. So you can just put the filter at USB K8. USB K8. Okay, so here you can see these 3 entries. Are we not able to match the exact, reconcile the exact value, which is reflecting in your report? Correct, right?
Sorry, I was on mute. Yes, it's yeah, it's the same. Perfect.
Yes, yes. So we can just do the analysis in case our reporting is not correct. So we can do the analysis. So this is actually, there is nothing much to understand in this cash management. Once you have understood this table, so it's all clear. Definitely once you like try to suppose this this application is not active. Okay, I even today I noticed one thing. One app is not active. What happens? Even you can further drill down to document level, but I'm not seeing that the app available in this options. Okay.
Okay,
So
normally you can go on more details. Okay, okay, on document level. So now we
yes,
don't have it in this, but we should have it. Okay.
yes, yes, yes. And even uh, you wanted to add some transaction, so you can do the transaction from here also. Like create cash trade request as receiving bank account, create the cash trade request, create memo record. So even you can perform the transaction on top of it. So in the same level.
And
So
when you put a display cash flow item in the list that you have before, I can see. Can you go again in the list? In the option that you show me right now, create credit memo, go to
yes,
like this. And when we have display cash flow items, what mean display cash flow items? If you click on it,
yes, 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 yes. Display cash flow items. So
is not the posting. If you click,
cash flow items, yes, yes. It's basically the same thing. Now you are saying the cash flow itself. So this is incoming. So there will be some outgoing. Let me just expand some other node. So you'll see like this. This is 2 outgoing. This is 1 incoming. So this is cash flow only, right? This is your opening balance. Okay. And this is your outgoing. This 2 is representing the outgoing. And this is the incoming. So net will be this much. You can just do the calculation. You deduct these 2 amount from out of this, you will have this value.
okay, so when you click on cash flow item, it will be the same view. It's not another view.
No, 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 not other view. It will be the same.
Okay.
It will not take you anywhere.
Okay, perfect. So we are in the cash flow item. Okay, perfect. So okay.
Yeah. Even in the real scenario, you have the visibility to all the items which constitutes to this value. But I'm not able to find such app here. I don't exactly remember that that app name. So
more
I think
links
that
you have on the below more links. No, if
no,
you click
this is all for transfer, bank to bank transfer,
at
to
the
or
bottom,
from.
you have more links.
More
Maybe
links
if you
also does not have that app available.
okay, so it's all the links that you can have. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay. So it's mean something is missing in the configuration. Maybe you have
Yes,
some
yes, there
parameters.
are some transactions which I noticed, like you have this transaction, or even you can follow the Fury, what we call Fury, where from you can find the guide how can we activate that particular Fury app. So that
Maybe there are sub notes about this
yes,
now.
yes. I will just check Fury app library. So how to activate. So you can just type how to activate a particular in SAP app in SAP something application in SAP.
How to activate app? Yeah.
So you need to go to the Fury library. Fury apps library. These are not the correct link. So here you can just check activate BC states and all.
Mm-hmm.
So BC state is basically nothing but the logic kind of function module, which basically pull the data from your SAP to Fury. Okay, so you need to find the respective BC app and you can activate it. So you need to know the app name, then only you can search the app name from here. So each app will have the cash flow analyzer. So you can see for cash flow analyzer, this is the app ID. Okay. And implementation guide, you can just read through it.
In our case, we have already the app, but we need just to add some parameters.
No, that is the different app. So we need to cash position details in the all those information you can get it from here.
Okay.
So like how implementation information you can just check from here. Even not for applicable for this app, any Fury app, you can find it here. What are the Fury apps available in that particular area? Okay, you can just configuration guide. You have to follow this configuration guide. Okay, technical name. So, sorry.
In the project side, normally we need to involve basis team.
Correct, basis team and Fury developer. So those. So OData services. This is the OData services. So like role is not mentioned here. I'm not really sure why. Bank end authorization role.
We can have also role. This is interesting because
Yes. Until you will not add the role in your ID, you will not be able to view that app. Even
okay.
app is activated. So you can just take help of basis team and Fury application team. So they will guide you further. These are the catalogs. So catalogs are also like you need to add these catalogs in your account, then you will get the visibility to these apps. Catalog is in simple, you can say, kind of role. So this will fall under cash manager role and cash manager management specialist role. So these are the two roles available. Okay.
Yeah, clear for me. Thanks.
So let me just quickly open the this slide. So treasury management process. So this is with regard to the treasury management process map. So strategic support. So like let me just make it a little bigger and make it in the slide. So sorry.
Yes, perfect. Yeah, perfect, because it was so small. Okay, perfect.
Okay. So transition from tactical to strategic approaches. So tactical approaches, you can see like once you have the visibility and have the report like this, you can easily track and your monitor your cash flow, right? So it makes your life much easier. You require to do such activities in Excel sheet and all those steps, lot of manual works. And so you can take the right decision, like you do not want to make the payment to this vendor, that particular customer is not make the payment. So all the visibility you can get from here. So a strategic support focus on risk, regulatory changes, centralization, technology transformation. So guardian to assets, to creator of value, reactive to predictive leadership, strong process alignment across enterprise and beyond, continuing impact from financial crisis in 2008, increased market volatility, comprehensive view of risk, increasing avenues for financial fraud, exposure to cyber attacks. So focus on risk, treasury rules and regulatory changes. So ongoing changes in regulation with these accounting principles. Local legal requirements also meets the local reporting legal requirement. Know your customer requirements, push to global standards. So enabling treasury model means pushing towards global standards. Data protection requirements such as GDPRS, centralization, process optimization through centralizing, shared services centers for economies of scale, need for global visibility into cash, center of excellence approach. So here you have, like, enabling this treasury module means you have the central visibility into cash, right? You have the visibility for all the company codes, correct? At each currency level. Like, it's not like you will get the report in only in this. Even I can show you one more thing. Like, if you just currency, so you display currency, so you can just change to other currency. Okay, if you want to view in other currency, you can just change euro. Okay, so the report will show you in different currency. Euro.
Okay, so we will have. Can I choose any currency or just between group
No,
currency?
Any currency. But one important thing,
So
like
the program will be based. The report will be based on the current exchange rate or what?
yes, current exchange. Maybe you are also adding this value date. One second, cancel this value date. So based on this value date indicator, it will try to convert based on this exchange rate.
Okay, with the exchange rate type that we put here. Okay, clear.
Yeah. So you can see the visibility on this date, on this date, on this date, what's my forecast is. So based on, so this or forecast is available based on your payment terms, okay, used. So payment terms basically help you deciding the baseline date and calculation of the due date of our due dates, right? So based on that, this calculation happens. And here we have given the time period of 7. So even
Sorry.
you can just,
yeah.
So even you can restrict to D2. Sorry, go ahead, sorry.
Yeah, I wanted just to understand because if you want to display only in euro, why on the report I can see also GBP and USD?
No. If you wanted to display only in euro, so you need to filter here. Only the euro report will come in output.
No, what I understand is in this case, I will see only the line with euro. But if I want to see all the lines, but the display in euro.
No. It doesn't mean that. If you wanted to filter at euro, so you need to put the.
Yeah, can you remove this currency euro? I want to see all the report, but I want to display in euro. So what's mean the display in your in currency euro? For me, it means that I should see everything in euro. Otherwise,
No.
cannot.
Let me explain you. Basically, this is I think transaction made in GBP. Okay,
Yes.
so you will have the visibility in euro also. So converted value in euro. So probably you need to pull some
It's
other
another
thing.
field. It's another
Yeah.
field. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, okay, I can understand like this, because when you told me that I should display the report in euro, so for me, I
Uh-huh.
should have everything in euro. I should see everything in euro, but it's another field. It's okay.
Correct. Correct. You have the option to switch to view, delta view, balance view, like that. Display hierarchy.
Okay. Okay.
So even this is like more you explore, more you learn, something like that in Fury. So you have so many features, so such beauty. They have beautified it so good now. Like being once you start using the Fury app means you will never like to use the GUI. Well, especially
Yeah.
for reporting. Even me for transaction, I don't like Fury app. Maybe it's my personal opinion, but for transaction, I don't like Fury app. I feel comfortable in GUI. Okay, but
As a
when it comes,
consultant, because we were always used to use transaction, but for business,
correct.
it will not be the same vision.
Yes, 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 true, true.
Because
But
what is interesting sometimes with the Fury app is you can make mass upload with the Excel to make your transaction. You have sometimes like this, for us, we need to make LSMW, or I don't know, any mass tools to do it. But for business, they can sometimes make just a Excel and mass upload it.
correct, correct, correct. Even like if you are doing some transaction, so you have to scroll right, left, up, down. But
Yes.
in this, you just have to scroll page down, page up. So make you feel like it's much easier to use in terms of transactional purpose GUI system. But
Yeah.
in case of reporting, so in terms of reporting, it makes your life much easier. They have beautified it, they have the drill down to the very base level. You can go to the like at that level of granularity, like where is the origin of the data. Okay, so where from this data is originating. Even in all the reports, I am not able to show you the FBL 1 and report 3 and GL display or something like vendor line item, something like that. Vendor reports. So it's not showing here. So even there also you have all the visibility at the line item level. Visibility you have means where from the data has originated. Okay, but for this case, like for cash management, there is only important thing is this table, nothing else than this FQM flow. If you have understood this concept, how to regenerate the data in it, how to delete the data from this table, so you can, even if you don't recall all the concepts, but you would be able to uh, modify the report. You would be able to change if there is incorrect data flowing in the report. So you can take a look and you can identify it, you can fix it.
Okay.
Okay. So let me just go to the slide view again. Back into the slide. Treasury for strategic leadership. So being strategic means thinking long term. Okay. So you have the long term visibility. Long term means if you have enabled this, let us uh, think in perspective of cash position and cash analysis. So if you know today your cash position, then you can take the decision whether you have to make the payment or you have to cash pool. So you can think about it, right? So it gives you the long-term kind of thinking and visibility options. Treasury management. So straight through payments and statements processing, end-to-end payment visibility and control. rationalized bank connectivity, value-added payment extension, large number of why we are saying straight through payments and statement processing. So once we'll see the bank statement monitoring, so then we will understand this point. Okay. And apart from that, like payment option, you were, whether you notice or not, we were getting the option from the same Fury app. You can do the bank to bank transfer, bank to bank, receive the money to that particular. Did you notice that? So
yes.
how simplified, like even doing the transaction. So real-time global cash visibility, timely and accurate cash flow forecast, more precise liquidity management, efficient bank account management. So these all things you can now able to visualize having such app and FQM flow table. So you can visualize this benefit: real-time global cash visibility, timely and accurate cash flow forecast, efficient bank account management, timely enterprise, wide financial exposures, real-time views of positions, risks, and valuation, built-in compliance and financial accounting standards, integration with trading portals and market data sources. So this is also possible, but normal scenario, we don't see this. This you can only have in the real-time scenario. Support from compliance to IFRS 9 and US GAAP, and automatic access to largest forecasting and exposure data from S/4HANA applications. Treasury subledgers always in sync with general ledger. So this we can also notice. Bidirectional reference, GL2 from treasury subledgers to and from treasury subledgers. Options for immediate or batch postings to GL. So trading platform integration to SAP ECC, SAP Trade Repository reporting by these vendors, market data, Bloomberg. So you can you can get the direct integration with the market data. Okay. And
Yes,
SAP
this part
multi-bank.
is market data is to upload day exchange rate. Usually
Yes.
we use Rotois or SwiftNet.
Yes. Actually, there is various scenarios. One is to update the exchange rate which you receive from the banks on the daily basis. Second is like in case of collection management. So you can integrate to get the real-time data of customer rating. So we know we now work on the customer rating functionality, right? If customer is not having the good rating, so we will not try to give him more goods on credits, right? So that is the other information related to securities and bond in the treasury module. So those information we can have the integration also. But this is depending upon what functionality you wanted to use. At the end, that should be cost saving. If it is costing you too much, so we don't go for such things.
Yeah, it depends also of the sector and the activity.
Sector and the activity, right. Generally, like if you go for the implementation, so first objective of the customer is to prioritize the utilize the standard functionality rather doing too much of enhancement and too much of customization. So first their approach is, if there is no standard solution available from SAP, then they, based on as you mentioned, sector and requirement, then they allow to go for the enhancement and customization. Additional integration capabilities, like if you have subsidiaries companies, you can have the integration, bank connectivity and business networks. So yes, and now all bank is either edge-to-edge connectivity or B2B connectivity. So data flows takes place between your SAP system and the banks. Trading platforms, as I was mentioning, market data, like as I was mentioning, the customer review. So this all information, SAP Trade Repository, by Virtuosa. I have not used it. Maybe probably you might be aware about it.
Yeah, it's SAP Trade is more for treasury operation.
Okay. So this is the platform.
I think this is more for deals, if I'm not
Deals.
wrong.
Okay, yeah. Trade, yes, it's talking about trade only. So probably I'm guessing like investing in the market, so something like that.
Yes. Use also futures and options and all market hedging and
Okay, hedging. Yes. Okay. So digital core. So reimagine strategy. Easily architect new treasury operating models. Reimagine business performance. Deliver instant insight into the hands of the treasurer. So yes, this we can get the instant insight into the hands of treasurer. Approach to automated, okay, automation kind of things. Reimagine efficiency and compliance. Approach automated lights out treasury process. So you can have the most of the scenarios automated. Payments and bank communications. So in the BCM, we can notice this part: payment operations, workflow, and signatures. So as we were mentioning, like BCM payment, you can before generation of file. What happens basically? It group the based on the rule you have defined. So it group the payment file, payment document into the batch. Then batch go through the workflow, and on top of it, if you want the signature to be added, like digital signature is like enabled in the SAP system. So those people would be able to add the digital signature in the batch. Then after approval complete, so you would be able to generate the DME file or whatever methodology or format you are following. So the file then will go to the bank. So maybe host to host connectivity, B2B connectivity, or so like whether you are using PIPO, SAP PIPO functionality. So it can have the B2B connectivity, monitoring and status tracking. So at each level, you can have the monitoring and status tracking functionality available. Payment factory and in-house bank. So that is also available. Bank and Swift connectivity. Now you have the bank and Swift connectivity. You can achieve through this treasury modules, FSC modules. Cash and liquidity management, electronic bank statements, cash operations, liquidity management, bank account management. So those all functionality you can achieve through cash and liquidity management. Financial transactions like investment, risk management, debt, bond. So all those things you can manage through financial transactions. Features available under financial transactions. Financial risk management, then integrated enterprise solution, central finance, treasury governance. So these are trade finance. So these are other sub-modules available within SAP finance treasury module. Cash management, so bank account management, S/4HANA treasury management solution, comprehensive solution set. So bank account, APAR, treasury, cash, SAP in-house. So like you can have the data flow from different modules to the cash management system. And SAP bank communication management. So you can utilize this service, this sub-modules for your all payments. SAP in-house cash. So suppose if you have multiple companies and one company is making payment on behalf of other countries. So that you can achieve through this SAP in-house cash management. functionality and some other advanced payment management and SAP multi-bank connectivity connector, consolidate cash flow data, review KPIs and execute decisions, centralize bank account, and run end-to-end process, improve control and compliance. Control definitely is going to improve and compliance. So change tracking. Working capital or free cash flow is often seen as a quick barometer reading of a company's basic operating health. So working capital value. So definitely at the end we can achieve this objective. What is our capital value through having such advanced level of Fury apps available and reporting tool available in the SAP Treasury module. Continuous improvement, unleash the power of SAP to improve your working capital utilization. This bank connectivity, treasury management, cash management, working capital management, liquidity and risk. So these things we can manage our capital value. Expanding the view of treasury, integrated planning, payables management, receivables management. So again, this is leading to your better cash position. If you have the better control on your payables, receivables, so you can do the integrated planning across the SAP submodules. Reimagine how business can manage working capital. So you always know exactly how much cash is coming in and going out, and exactly when the flows will take place. So based on payment terms due date, you know when the flow will take place. You collaborate with your suppliers and customers to support and strengthen your supply chain. Sell your receivables to get paid faster. Use comprehensive view of cash position and liquidity forecast for efficient cash flow decisions. So we've seen through this app how we can make it more efficient, the cash flow and decision making. Your finance team always gets the best return on their cash with active management strategy, right? Hope you are there.
Yes. I'm just on mute. Yeah, I'm following you. Thank you.
So pillars for digital strategy: customer experience, re-platform, smarter and engaged workforce, supplier collaboration, harness the internet. So these pillars of digital strategy. So basically we are moving towards the digitalization, enabling these features of SAP submodules, treasury management process map. So if we have the flexibility of deployment options, as we were discussing yesterday, either we can go for cloud deployment options or we can go for on-premise deployment options. So like even you can go for hybrid model. So some application is running on cloud, some is running on on-premise. So like that also you can go. So if you think some risk in the cloud platform, because at this beginning level, some people think this is very much confidential and critical data. So they like to keep those things in the on-premise system. So they can go for suppose something very finance related confidential or critical data. So they can use that functionality on premise system. And suppose like Concor module, another module. So those modules like travel management system. So this is, if they feel like this is not so confidential and we can deploy it in the cloud system, so they go for it. So even they can opt for hybrid option. Attributes: traditional licensing, hosted on customers' infrastructure, complete control of deployment and maintenance. So customer will have the complete control of deployment and maintenance. Okay, whether they wanted to outsource, so deployment means whether they wanted to go for hybrid model, on premise or cloud model. So they can take their own decision. So complete freedom they have. Flexibility in configurations and enhancement. So as I mentioned, they have the flexibility in configurations and enhancement. They can just use the standard configuration. Even they think some business need, and they can go for enhancement. So those options is always open for them. Can deploy certified SAP add-ons and interfaces. So they can go for certified SAP add-ons and interfaces, okay, to avoid any risk. Features: standardized package with subscription pricing. So like a standard package, like if you are like treasury is a bundle, so it will have the subscription pricing. So you can subscribe for that many years or something like that. Hosted in multi-tenant public cloud by SAP. Minimal control of deployments and maintenance, and best practice solution with limited customization and enhancement. Add-ons and interfaces through standard APIs. Roadmap options: legacy SAP ECC. So they can go for hybrid model. They can go for, so they have the 3 options available. They can choose this path: treasury workstation on S4HANA. Then they can go for central finance with treasury on S4HANA, or they can go for the hybrid model. So they have 3 ways to roadmap to move from a legacy system to treasury S4HANA system. Now legacy SAP system, sidecar approach, SAP central finance, complete business suite on HANA, legacy system, SAP system. So group treasury on HANA, so management, payment, SD, MM, finance, business suite. And in S4HANA, we have like cash management, TRM, ISC, HANA DB, it's running on HANA DB, and it's running on NEDB database. Means central finance with treasury on HANA, S4HANA. So in this, we have like cash management, treasury, ISC, central finance on SAP HANA DB. This financial accounting, management accounting with central finance with treasury on S4HANA. So these all are running on NEDB. Complete business suite. So in the complete
NEDB, it was in ECC. So now for S4HANA, we cannot have NEDB. We must have SAP HANA.
Yes, SAP HANA DB, correct. We can only run it on SAP HANA DB. So complete business suite on S4HANA. So all the business applications are available on HANA database. Basic cash management, bank account management, and cash operations. So basic cash management functions: manage banks and house banks, define bank accounts and house bank accounts, display bank accounts in list view, right? Import and export bank accounts. We saw yesterday, right? We can display the accounts in list view. Import and export bank accounts. We saw that option was available. Monitor cash positions and liquidity forecast. So through cash analyzer, we can have this, and we have a cash position apps also available. Manage memory records. So you can manage the memory records from the Fury app. So basic cash management capability: manage banks, manage bank accounts, cash flow analyzer, manage memory records, manage payment media, monitor payments, bank account balance. It is not mentioned here like bank statement. So we can also use, we have other things also here, like monitoring your bank statement. Cash management integration, memory cards, financial operations. So we can have the integration with these many modules. So like FICA module, like consumer and mortgage loans. So you can have the data flow from this module, sub-modules, from treasury and risk management, from financial operations, means like general ledger, memory cards, MM and SD. So you can have the data flow. You can do the integration to flow the data into your cash management system. So through these many sub-modules. SAP basic bank relationship management in S/4HANA. Basic cash operations view, advanced cash management, bank account management, cash operations, liquidity management, intelligence. Advanced bank relationship management, so centralized bank relationship management in S/4HANA. Right? We have the centralized, we can have the centralized bank relationship management in S/4HANA. Advanced cash operations, so create global cash visibility in real time. So you can like, what does that mean? You can just create the hierarchy. Let me just show you, go to the home page. So even you can create the bank account hierarchy and manage the account hierarchy. So for the same bank account, you can create one hierarchy or something like that, the way you wanted to create your hierarchy. So you have the centralized view. Create global cash visibility in real time. Advanced liquidity management, act in the moment. Intelligent plans like strategic plan, loan range plans, annual plans. So you can take, this is SAP Analytical Cloud, where you can do the planning. So this is a different module, actually, you can say, or different tool, we can say. That is for an analytical purpose, to make your strategic decisions, to maintain your cash. So you can plan for loan, so long range plans, or you can plan for your investment. Annual plans you can make based on the reports. So this is all we are going to see in our cash management session. Any question related to it? Anything, any input from your side?
It's clear for the introduction. It's perfect. So thank you for all the details. So in any case, we will see more details for each part
Correct.
of the next modules. Yeah.
Yes. So we will start with bank account management, and then we will move to BCM part, some of the BCM part. Then we'll start with the cash operations and basic cash operations, liquidity management. So those all scenario we will cover.
Okay, so we will cover also BCM. Okay. Because for me, BCM is not part of our program, but yes, why not? Okay.
I'm not really sure. I won't be able, if I want to be able to view, displaying this report. So Fury app, through Fury app, but anyway, we can at least.
So we need BCM to be able to display the Fury app and so on. I didn't understand.
Maybe this bank statement monitoring, but anyway, we have transactions available in GUI, so we can we can process the payments, we can process the statements, and we can see the reports. Thank you so much.
Thank you. To have a nice day. Thank you for your time and your explanation.
Yeah,
thank you all. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.
Thank you for attending the session. I hope you all enjoyed it. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel. Also, feel free to ask your questions in the comment section below, and we will reply to them at the earliest.